Welcome to FAQ with Attorney Shakeena Melbourne, the Bankruptcy Edition. Bum, 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 bum. Our goal in this frequently asked question series is to go over different and common questions that are taking place in the bankruptcy world, specifically the different chapters, credit and the impact of credit, the myths on bankruptcy, and the benefits, because that's what I'm really here to talk about. What are some of the benefits? And how do you financially recover in the most simplest terms as possible? From questions that I receive, whether that is on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, common text messages or phone calls that we receive from the office, or simply just talking to potential clients and saying, hey, I'm starting to see patterns on questions that people are asking on a regular basis. So, my goal with this series is to talk through those things because it may help or whatever. It may help someone make a decision on filing bankruptcy or honestly make you go, maybe bankruptcy isn't for me. I'm not in the business of trying to force everyone to file bankruptcy. But what I am in the business of is informing everyone that real information about bankruptcy and why it may truly matter to you. Many people get lost in the sauce because there's so much information online, whether they're from individuals, business owners, financial advisors, so on and so on and so on. And so here's the goal. So we're going to go through frequently asked questions through this series. And so today's series, episode 1, is going to be on one of the most common questions I have received. Don't judge me. I'm working through this, okay? I'm very uncomfortable with talking online, but that's not the point. You need the information. I'm here to tell it to you, okay? So if I flip, flop, and doodle, dop, bop, bop, work with me. So our big question today is going to be, if you file bankruptcy, can you do so if you're married? And then the other way to ask that question is, if I am married, can I file bankruptcy by myself or am I required to file bankruptcy with my spouse? And the answer to that question is you can file bankruptcy by yourself, believe it or not. Just because you're married, or even if you file joint taxes, does not require both of you to file bankruptcy. I see this many of times, and people ask this question or simply stop considering bankruptcy because, oh, well, my spouse doesn't want to file, and since we're married, we must file together. No, you don't. You can file completely separately or you can file jointly. It's really based on what both people want to do. One of the advantages of bankruptcy is that the individuals get to put themselves in the driver's seat of their debts for the first time. Normally when you call, you get customer service and the people tell you what is comfortable to that company or that creditor or that finance company on what you can and can't do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you get to put yourself in that driver's seat and decide who you want to keep as a creditor or who you don't. So, for example, if you are married, and let's say it's me, I'm married and I have some credit cards in my name only. And let's say a credit card company is trying to sue me. I have that debt in my name alone and it has nothing to do with my spouse. Then no, my spouse does not need to file bankruptcy. I can file bankruptcy and sort that out. Now, there's always exceptions to rules. And in bankruptcy, there's no difference when it comes to that. So here's the exception to the rule. If you are married and let's say I'm filing bankruptcy by myself, the bankruptcy court looks at household income. So you might think, oh, I'm going to file Chapter 7 because I qualify alone. Well, the Chapter 7's means test, which we'll have another video about, will break down household income, which means if husband and I live together, then our household income is going to be calculated to determine if I qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. If our income together exceeds the amount that we qualify under the means test, then even if I file bankruptcy alone, I now qualify for a Chapter 13 because my household income exceeds the limitations allowed. If we file together, then the rule is still the same. If the household income, according to the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, is within a Chapter 7 means test, which is based on your state and how many people are in your household, then we will qualify for Chapter 7. If we do not, then we qualify for a Chapter 13. I'm trying to break this down as much as I can because I feel like I'm talking in circles. So, one more time. All right. Can a husband and wife file bankruptcy separately? Yes. Can a husband and wife file bankruptcy jointly? Yes. How do we know which chapter of bankruptcy we qualify for? That starts with the Chapter 7 means test based on how much income is coming in the home and how many people are in the household, meaning is it just husband and wife and kid, husband and wife and 2 kids. Based on that means test, it will determine which chapter you qualify for. If you are looking to file bankruptcy by yourself and you are married, please understand the means test is going to be based on 2 incomes in this house, even if only one spouse files bankruptcy. And I think that becomes the biggest key to being married and considering bankruptcy. You want to consider your overall household income to determine if you qualify for a 7 or a 13. I hope this helps. If it doesn't, hey, write a comment, put a reply. Let's talk about it. Set up a consultation because we want to make sure you truly understand before considering filing, to understand what's the value of filing, what you need to file, and your options on filing bankruptcy. My name is Attorney Shakeena Melbourne, Principal Attorney of Upton Law, PLLC. Call us. We'll help you.